Hello YouTube, this is Sakabo, and this is probably my first video. What I'm going to be doing on this channel is kind of going through and basically going over some of the things that we're doing. My wife and I just bought 2.5 acres a few months ago, and we've had some obstacles getting it all together and everything, but it's slowly going to be coming together. But that's home ownership. You've always got obstacles to jump over, maintenance issues to deal with. We've already had pipes freeze in one of the bathrooms. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, and the master bath is the one that decided to flood. But anyways, we're almost done with that little adventure, and we've been able here in the past couple of weeks to actually get started working on other things. And I'm going to be showing you a couple of those, and I hope that you enjoy it, that you learn from it, and whatever else. First off, I am on my porch right now, and this right here is part of the front yard. That's my Jeep way off over there in this side of the view, right next to the porch with the riding lawnmower by it, which I got running. We only just got it, but this is moving into the backyard. And I'm going to show you a couple of things. First off, the very first project that I completed. This was kind of my get it started project. This is our compost bin. I made it out of 3 pallets plus scraps from a couple other pallets that I just kind of threw together. But this is the inside. We put eggshells in there along with all of our produce. Any apples or bananas that start going bad or anything, that all goes in there. But basically all I did, and you can kind of tell looking at it and the way that it's structured, is I just took 3 pallets, put them kind of end to end in a C shape, and I kind of filled in the gaps here. That's what I used to actually make it work. You can kind of see, I'll get the hang of this camera angle thing. But I just took pieces that were perfectly shaped to slide in because of this particular pallet style. I filled in that gap with these pieces, put them in place, and then you can kind of see peeking down there from the inside in this case, I attached it end to end basically, and it worked out exceptionally well. It's holding together pretty well anyway, at least so far. We've had some pretty intense winds, and it's hanging in there just fine. These 2 4x4s were already here on the property, and that's part of the reason why I picked this spot for the compost bin to go, is because it was right next to a couple of already very solidly plugged in, well, not really plugged in, but already pretty solidly set 4x4s, and made it extremely stable. This thing won't budge no matter what I do to it. I mean, there's just that tiny bit of flex to it, and that's that. But the whole thing holds together extremely well, and the compost itself is working. As you could probably tell, I kind of need to turn it. It's about that time. I need to throw in some mulch, but we are in the process of getting everything mowed. That area back there where it's really tall, I'm going to be mowing that down with the riding lawnmower. There's lots of thick stuff in there that I'm going to have to avoid and then come back and hack down with the machete to get it all under control. But the plan is to put a food forest out there in that bit. That's going to take some time, but we're pretty excited about it. We're going to get it there. This right here is the raised bed that I put together. I used old pallets to do it too. You can actually see some of the leftovers right there, and you can see some of the scrap pieces that fell apart while I was trying to put it all together. And anyway, what I did basically here was I just took the pieces, kind of made them, elongated them. You can kind of see there that I put a board that kind of holds them together in those edges. But made it all like that. You can't really see from here, but you can kind of see if I show you the actual screws. I put a couple of 2x4s in between because I did this partly in the garage while it was raining and partly while I was outside. I did the beginning of it, I got done while it was still nice outside, and I was actually outside doing it. But you can see from those screws where the 2x4s were, and that was basically 2x4s running right straight across in 2 spots was how I was able to actually carry this thing outside. Otherwise it was just way too awkward. You know, you can put this together a lot easier if you have like plywood and all that stuff, but we just bought a house, so we can't quite afford that mess. And that's actually my wife calling. I'm gonna pause it for a moment.